Boom. Mic check. All right. How you doing?
All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully we're
Excellent.
sound balanced here. Hello everyone and welcome to EGL Champions episode 3 featuring the most handsome player in the entire server,
Uh,
Alex55137. How you doing tonight, bud?
Hello, doing well, doing well. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, very much so. You know, Alex, you have a lot of fans. I know this is going to be the most watched episode, no matter who I get on. I could literally get Faker on, and I know I have more views on this. So I'm ready for that Alex55137 stim check I'm going to get from YouTube. It's going to feel good.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, awesome!
I'll,
All right,
I'll never understand it. The,
you'll never understand
the
the
fans.
fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, these players are pretty obsessed with you. I'd seriously consider hiring a bodyguard. All right. So, Alex55137, you've been playing in the circuit since season 1, our first season 1 player. You've been in the local scene for a long time. You're friends with a lot of the OG players, like Burn Victim and Super Thig. Super Thig is actually your cousin, so
Yep,
yep.
that's
That's
correct.
you guys are basically always a package deal, which I understand. So any teams in the future looking to get Alex, you're gonna have to get the dirty enter Super Thig as well. I'm just kidding, Tommy. I love you.
See-
But yeah, so yeah, you've been playing for a while now. I know through the grapevine being your own mouth, that you've actually played on a collegiate level for League of Legends. Yes, tell me a little bit about
yes.
that.
In 2017 and 2018, I played on the UW-Madison collegiate team,
Okay.
which was actually organized through the Big Ten at the time.
Okay.
The Big Ten League of Legends, I think, has since totally died. I don't think they're involved at
Yeah,
all anymore.
I believe it.
But
Now,
yeah,
were you guys a pretty good team? Because I mean, you're a pretty good player. So were you like? Did you have like-minded, skilled players on that team?
um, I was a pretty average player, and we were a pretty average team at the time. I hadn't hit Masters. I had hit Diamond in season 5.
Okay.
And I was involved in some of the collegiate tournaments. The esports club in Madison would organize tournaments every semester. You can ask Pro Frog about that. That was
Mm,
when we met and started playing together.
okay.
Um, and I was a jungle main at the time, and I had hit diamond, and they needed a top laner because their old top laner had graduated going into like the 2017 season in the spring.
Sure.
And I don't know. I guess they had seen me play Shen top or something and thought had the ability to play top, so they asked me to join. So
Uh,
that's when I role swapped to top, and that's when I uh, started playing more seriously.
I see. And the depression has
And then,
kept you there ever since.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yep.
dear.
So yeah, as far as our team went, we were like we would get playoffs, and then we would lose kind of in like the first round and be eliminated.
Mm,
That's how we would do it.
classic NA.
We had a really strong AD carry. His name was Scooby. He was challenger. He was really the only player capable of dragging us through
I
some
see.
of these games. But
That's cool. Do you keep in touch with any of those players often, or not really?
not really. No, everyone's kind of. I mean, I know many of them don't even play League anymore. But
Yeah.
uh, you know,
Wild.
people graduate and kind of go their separate ways.
That's cool. So I guess, like, you said season 5. I'm gonna assume that you've been playing the game since season 2. Am I
I
right there?
I started playing League in the fall of 2011. So that
Oh,
would have
yeah,
been
that is.
before technically the beginning of
Yeah.
season 2. Now I didn't play ranked at all
Oh,
until
okay.
towards the end of season 2.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been playing now for 12 years.
Yeah. Holy crap. That is so crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I started at towards the end of season 3. So I don't meet many. many players that have started the game before I have these days. I mean, there are plenty, but they don't even play the game anymore, so I don't even like interact with them very often. So yeah, there's not too many season two, season one players. I think I only know like two people that play since beta, and that would be Dad Masia and my old buddy Siver. He has a beta account, so
Oh, well,
yep,
that's
yeah.
pretty
But he
impressive.
doesn't play the game anymore either. I'm sure he still plays an ARAM here or there with his friends, but he doesn't actually play like solo queue anymore.
Right.
So yeah. Um, and then we talked about a little bit of of the circuit, your circuit history here. So you've played every single season without fail. I don't think you've taken a break. Yeah, you've
Yep.
played every single season. Um, and I think you've pretty much been in the finals for 4 out of the 5 seasons. I want to say that we've held.
Is that
Um,
right?
yeah, I think it is. And you won
Okay.
season 4 with Fire Nation,
Mm-hmm.
but that was because RSH did not play that season.
Yes, they
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
absent.
Yeah, but you guys also had a pretty damn strong team. I mean, it's very feasible that you guys could have beaten RSH that season. So I always like to say it was like a deserved title win, even though they weren't there. It's like it was a pretty strong team. It was a pretty strong team.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's good times. Yeah, I think this is where I wish I were much further ahead of the editing game. I think when I haven't asked any of the other players this, like, what was your best play of the circuit? But yours by far is the Orn turn on Cryptic's. Um, oh my
on
gosh, what is this
on the
champion
Corky,
on the
on the
Corky?
Corky. Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Yes,
yes,
I know what you're talking about.
that was probably the greatest. That was definitely your greatest play, in my opinion. Yeah, that was the most disgusting. I think you had like 6% health. He was full health, late game Corky, and you literally one shot him with the horn. I just remember all of us like, that's not right, man. That is like not. That's not okay.
Yeah, that's yeah. Or there's a reason they have the meme about Orn being an assassin. It's like
Yeah, an
he has
assassin,
the
mage,
damage.
tank, sustain, support. You know, jungler, top laner, mid laner, carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That champion is utterly broken, and I would never call you an Ornn one trick, but that is definitely your default champion, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you
Orn
probably
main. Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause he's just so safe and he's just so OP. Like what? And you're a weak side William. So I was like, like let's just pick the Ornn here, guys, and see what we can do. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. So let's talk about like the game state. You've been around for a long time. You've seen season 5, season 6, jungle tank meta, Bomby Cinder meta. Oh my gosh, that was hell. And I actually just learned something about you because you said like you were maining the jungle,
Yep.
and I never knew that about you. As long as we've been playing together, I actually didn't know that. But it makes sense. That's like your secondary role, even still to this day.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, let's kind of talk about what has Riot done wrong and what have they have done right in let's say the last 3 years. Like, what's a big thing to you that stands out for wrong? And before you actually answer, I want to guess what I think you're going to say. And it's going to be
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
the absolute butchering of TP for top laners. Yes.
Yeah, I can't say that was. I'm not a fan of that one for sure. The teleport being restricted to just your own structures before. Now it's 10 minutes, but it was 14 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a big hit to my playstyle for sure.
Yeah, 14 minutes was brutal. 10 actually feels, I don't know why. They took so much away from us. And when they give it a little back, you're like, wow, it feels great. Thanks,
Yeah,
Ryan.
this is great.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, nah, wait, you still are the one who created this issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a second Drake fight and I can participate. That's fantastic. It used to be third.
Oh, what else have you,
So,
what else have you, I guess, like, what's another thing that you're not really digging from your perspective of the game?
um, as far as things I'm not a fan of, I think the game has gotten a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. Like when they release two more Drake types, and they
Mm.
have a lot of the jungle changes. I mean, Smite starts at 600, goes to 900, goes to 1200. We've got treats and pets,
Oh,
and
okay. All right.
just there's kind of some bloat happening there, which I think the changes, make sense when you look at the entire history and what they're trying to do. But the result today, if you were trying to explain to someone how we got
Hmm.
here,
Yeah.
you know, it,
Yeah.
there's some bloat there
Yeah.
on the complexity.
I have a new person trying to learn the game, and I told them, I said, so they've been playing it for a few weeks now. Okay, so probably like 3 games a day. They've been playing it for a few weeks. They're competitive in a different title. Okay, so
Mhm.
but they're pretty like they probably be the equivalent of like D4 in that game. Okay, so they know what it takes to be good
Okay.
at a game. And they asked me, they're like, "Wow, there's so much going on, and I know that I need to play with an unlocked camera, but I can't find myself to do it because I don't understand what's going on." And then they literally just asked me like, "How long will it take me to be like average?" And I literally told them, I said, if you want to be average at one champion, probably 6 months to be average. But I'm like, if you want to be average at the game, a minimum of 2 years. And they're like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, yeah, yeah, minimum. I mean, as long as you have like a healthy game responsibility work life balance, you put in like 2 or 3 games. Yeah, it's going to take you like a couple years, like no doubt, no doubt. You'd have to go
Yep.
so hard on the game because there's so much to learn. It's like even if you have fast hands coming into league, there's such a game knowledge diff. It's
Yep.
crazy. I have to explain little things. I'm like, actually, my favorite analogy to explain to a new player the complexities of the game is I explain to them the hierarchy of CC.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like how
What?
crazy it is, and then I'm like,
Can
and
you
then
cleanse Mordek, Malzahar?
nope.
There are players that still don't know that one.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I ulted a Kaisa as Warwick yesterday, and GQ assisted. I'm like, she just sat there with a. I'm like, yeah, you can't actually get out of that. It's like
it,
this
it,
isn't high emerald. It's like you should know this by now, but maybe you don't. You know. Um,
yeah.
but yeah,
And there are a lot more champions now than there used to be
right.
when we started.
Oh yeah, there
They
was maybe 50, maybe
right.
50. Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, there's a big barrier to entry now because
yeah.
they keep introducing new stuff. Which I mean,
You
they
know,
need
it
to keep introducing new stuff.
they do. It's interesting to me though because like I almost kind of feel like if it were just new champions, that probably wouldn't be so bad if all the champions worked the same way, like if they all had the same rules. Because again, like you talk about CC levels too, it's like, okay, this, da, 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 but then there's this champion named Gragas, and his body slam overrides all other CCs because he's just oldest. It's like what? It's like, yeah, he's like one of the older champions, and older champion CC just overrides newer champion CC. It's like, but why? Oh, I don't know. He's fat. That's why. It's like,
he's he's just really
fa-
big and has a big hitbox.
yeah, and it's like I wish the game would, if they could just polish all of that. I feel like it would be a lot better for someone who's actually trying to get into the game. So, but yeah, I think that's also why any new players I meet that are masters, it's like how long have you been playing the game? Under 3 years, and you're masters, you only play 2 champions, guaranteed, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I'm probably 9 out of 10 on that because you can't be at that level that fast and try to learn any other champions. You just have to focus on OTPing, which I mean I get.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
because you have to learn matchups, right? If you only play
hmm
one champion, that
yeah,
reduces the number of matchups you have to learn.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. So, oh yeah. All right. So what has Riot done right in your perspective?
um, I think Riot is committed to their champions, their characters. They don't let them just get totally forgotten about. A lot of the reworks that they've done over the years have actually been done really well.
Oh
I mean,
man, they've all been
you're a big
amazing.
Warwick fan. I think the Warwick
Yes,
rework
yes.
was done really well.
Hmm.
You can look at, I mean, old Scion gameplay, and it's like, oh my gosh, this character is like,
Ironically, released
it's
today, the most busted champion in the
well,
game.
yeah, but just, I mean, they they do a good job of
Yeah,
updating stuff
for
when it gets
sure.
too old. And certain champions last longer than others before they
Hmm.
get too old. But
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's
I don't think they've missed on any champion reworks. I mean, Skarner will be huge because his kit was really unique in how one-dimensional it actually was.
his
It
one
wasn't
ability, basically.
it was special for how dumb it was, like of how binary it actually was. So, I think this will be a really interesting one. I've seen some of the leak stuff, like apparently he can throw stones now. Um, yeah, who knows? But
Skarner does? Oh,
yeah,
I haven't seen
yeah,
anything about that.
yeah. Apparently he can use his tails to throw stones. So
Hmm.
who knows? Um, but yeah, I don't think they've missed on any of that. I think every one of their full reworks have been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah. I think the balanced team tries to keep up with the champion design team and the item design team and
Hmm.
everything. I mean, it takes them a few patches, but they can usually get something, even if it's released really overpowered, they can usually get it down to something reasonable.
Yeah,
You
except
know,
for except for
when you look at
Cassante,
the actual win rates and stuff, they do a pretty good job.
right?
Obviously, for really experienced players or players that are playing at a really high level, if something is a little too strong,
It's
it's
expounded.
really easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
really easy for them to see that and
Hmm.
use it. But I like some of the game modes they've come up with over the years. I mean, they've released a lot of them. They did get rid of Dominion, which
My
business
heart,
case,
dude.
they probably
But
made the
it's
right call
fine.
there to
Yeah,
kill Dominion.
but not Twisted Tree
But like
Line, dude.
they could, yeah,
If
and
they
well,
kept Twisted Tree Line, they would have never even had to make alternate modes. No one would probably even ask for them. Cause man, that was the mode. Oh, I miss that
yeah,
mode so much, man.
yeah, the updated Twisted Tree line with the Vile Maw boss in the middle and the
Hmm.
altars. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was a fun mode. A,
I
a big step
played
up
that
from the original Twisted
so
Tree line
hardcore.
map.
I actually never played the OG. It was before my
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
I
That's
didn't
the
realize I got rid of that so quickly. Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing is,
Yeah.
I think when I was playing the game, it was there, but I just never played it until the new one came out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I at least have no memory of playing the OG. I don't know when it was changed over. But yeah, it wasn't until I met my first like online gamer friend. His name's Superhero. He was a Renekton OTP. That's why I love that
Okay.
champion now. He taught me how to play that champion at a very high level. And yeah, but anyways, yeah, good times. But we would always play Twist Tree Line. That was like our mode.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I mean they introduced ARAM as its own standalone mode that with the re-rolls and everything, some of the choices they made with that is kind of cringe. But a
Yeah.
lot of people play ARAM and like it because it's a fast queue time, a fast champ select.
Hmm.
It's
Wait, you don't
you're
like the
not
rerolls in ARAM? You're not a fan?
no, because everyone just re-rolls until they've got their favorite long range poke cancer ARAM champion, and then
I just love the
they just
perspective of a tank top
like
player. It's like,
yeah.
you know what? You know what counters me? Long range poke. Fuck that shit.
I mean, that's what everyone wants to be playing anyway. I mean, something where
Right.
you can just throw abilities at the helpless enemy team as they sit under their tower. So,
Hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
um, and then they have the rotating game modes. It had been a while, but they had Nexus Splits just recently. They
Hmm.
keep working on that. I liked some of the older rotating game modes too, like Doom Bots.
Oh my gosh,
You
Doom
ever
Boss was
played
fun.
Doom Bots?
Oh
The
yeah.
yeah.
What was the
So
one the the Odyssey event where you had to kill Kane, like like run through the levels and stuff. That was
Um,
incredible. That was so much fun.
yeah, that was like a full team
Hmm.
PvE
Yeah, that
game
was
on a
awesome.
totally new map. I don't
Yeah,
remember what they called that.
I think it was
They,
something the Odyssey event or whatever, but I just thought that one was cool. Like that was a different take using League's engine, and it just felt really cool to play.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then my next question for you is, what is your all-time favorite champion?
Orn.
It's still Ornn?
ever
Okay.
ever since he was released, he's been my favorite. As soon as they like announced his abilities, I was like, this sounds like the perfect character for me.
I see. I've
So
always, all
went
right,
with
so
it.
I would assume then you would say your pocket pick is Singed?
Yeah, I never really came to play Singed a lot until I don't know the past few years.
Yeah,
I mean,
because now you're the only Singed player I know. I don't even know another Singed player. Like, I can't believe there's enough people playing this champion for him to be balanced. He's so
well,
unique compared to the
and
rest of the roster.
yeah, yeah. So you wouldn't see Singed get released nowadays. I don't think
Yeah,
with the kit that he's got. I mean, yeah, I've played it in the circuit. I almost never play it in solo queue.
yeah.
I you have to be pretty careful about what you play Singed into, especially top lane. I think Singed mid might even be more broken
Hmm.
if you're talking about solo queue. I mean, they had to nerf Singed because he would like go predator in mid lane
Oh,
and
yes.
roam instantly to a side lane at
Yeah, yeah,
level
yeah, yeah.
like at like level one.
Alex,
Um,
by the way, I just saw my first Predator rune in 2 years.
yeah, that they've nerfed that
Yep.
really hard because I mean it's a strong rune to
Yeah.
just come running out of the jungle or from mid lane. They haven't figured out really how to balance that rune, so they keep it super weak, and so no one ever takes.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I was just thinking a couple weeks ago that I hadn't seen it, and then we played against a Predator Ghost Jungle Gragas,
Wow,
and it was pretty lethal. Actually, it was
he's a
pretty lethal.
speedy.
Yeah, and he also went Turbo Kim Tank, so I mean he was full super speed. Yeah.
There's an item I haven't seen
Exactly. Yeah. That guy
since this
was
season's
that
item
guy was
changes.
yeah, he was just playing a different game than the rest of us. So, um, do you all right, next question is, do you have any questions for me about
So,
anything?
um, well, what do you see as far as the future of the circuit? I know you've mentioned that the climb has been really successful. We had a break from kind of the big, uh, more organized seasons, but we're in the
Hmm.
middle of season 6
Yep,
now.
yep.
Are you thinking that's going well? Are
Well,
we gonna
Alex,
see a season 7?
if you
Yeah.
would have watched the last episode,
Oh.
no, no, no. Yeah, so we're
I'm
definitely gonna
sorry. I
we're
haven't watched them.
no, it's fine, it's fine. So we're definitely gonna see a season 7. Um, one of the big things is, um, I'm actually combining both Discords. I already have it made. I'm bringing in people slowly so I can get roles adjusted. You're not in there yet. You'll get an invite soon. Um, one of the big things that I want to do, and I'm going to figure out a way to actually get everyone there, is to have a big budget meeting with all the players. Um, because I want to go over, you know, admin fee for the arcade, prize pool fee, and production fee. I want to like break it down, and into like an itemized list so we can tweak the numbers and kind of figure out like what does actually what where do people want their money going, you know. Um I think on some level I get a sense that maybe we don't need those super big prize pools like we've done in the past, you know? Like maybe we don't
Mhm.
need those. Maybe we just need more production, more interesting storyline stuff. Which I'm all for, but I know like the better players, they want skin in the game, which I totally understand. Um,
Mhm.
so, um, yeah, and my main thing is just kind of I want us to be better than I think our best seasons were season 2, season 3, and season 4. I think those were the best seasons. Um, season 2 and 3 had the most money. They had $3,000 and $3,600 per season.
Wow, that much. Wow.
Yeah. We had some big prize pools in those seasons. But we also had a lot more teams than we have for season 6 here. I kind of feel like this season is just time to like shaking the rust off, getting the wheels spinning again. Um, and season 7, I'm going for 8 teams. I will move Earth to make sure that we have 8 teams. Um, yeah, we got to get back to 8 teams. And so yeah, a lot of it is just figuring out kind of what the players want. Like, let's kind of get a feel for where everyone's at now. Um, I don't think I don't think just doing a big, $3,000 prize pool is going to be enough anymore. It might be where people would rather take less and have more production. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. I have a couple pitch ideas, but yeah, basically I'll just have to get it all into a big spreadsheet and get everyone in the Twitch chat and probably have a couple voting channels set up in Discord. And as we're going live, people are voting and, we're just kind of figuring it out. So that's what I want.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I want.
sure.
Um, I, I, I here's a little leak that I'll do. I spent a lot of money trying to get jerseys to be a thing. So like the PTC jerseys, the FN jerseys. I even built a Tempo Rush jersey that's pretty much finished, but I never shipped it. Um,
Mhm.
and I was hoping there would be more people that wanted to like get a jersey or ask about a jersey for like a team that they're on. The problem is that like people would change their team names way too often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
It's yeah. And it's like wait, this is still 4/5 of the same team that played last year. Oh yeah, but we have a new name. It's like, guys,
I'll just buy another jersey for it.
yeah, I'm trying to create something here. So so part of me kind of wants to name the slots, slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Name the slots after like a team. So like one of the teams that I really liked, a team name was Gecko Conspiracy, and it would be like lizard people, like in trench coats with like sunglasses.
It's like Gex.
Yeah, Gecko Conspiracy. And then so it's like this team slot, on my end of things would be like team one. You're just on Team Gecko. So like you're always playing for that team this season. The team names don't change. It's just the
Yeah.
players in there change. It's like a franchise naming system.
Authoritarian Vindy
Yeah.
names all the
Yeah.
teams.
Because then I can actually make jerseys. So I don't know. I just really like the idea of jerseys. I think they're really cool. I love it when like I loved it every time I see like the PTC boys show up in their jerseys or when the Fire Nation crowd shows up in theirs. It's like, okay, that's really cool. I like that a lot. I think they like it too. I mean, they're wearing them, so yeah, I got to figure out how to like get these names to stick and just stay there. And it's
Mhm.
almost like I have to be the one to do it because sometimes captains are really attached to their team name and they don't want a different group of people playing under that, which I totally get. So if I
Yeah.
make it endemic to the league, then it's not a problem, I think. So yeah. Anyways, we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see.
Sure.
There's some other gamification I could do to that. Like I don't know. Oh, Team Gecko is one like the last three, or maybe they've lost the last three. They get some sort of I don't fucking know. I don't know. Anyways, that would be neat. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to get to. I think the storyline stuff is fun, and I've not been using that to the circuit's advantage at all. So, I mean, players have a lot of storyline, but it'd be nice to get like teams to have storyline because then players want to play on teams, I think. So
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
especially now that things have been going for a few years now.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
start coming.
yeah. So, um,
We've had some time to create some history.
yes, yes, absolutely. All right, and then how have your games been going on Team Exiled Esports?
Well, our games have been going well enough. We won our series against Nice Gaming last night.
Oh,
So
do you won both
I
games or
believe
did you go 2-1?
we went 2-1. We lost the first game and then won the
And you
second two
brought it
games. Yes.
back?
Yes. Yes.
Holy. Wait, you
So
guys you
so
guys
I
are now
think
ahead of
that
us.
yeah, so right. Okay. I was going to ask. I think that puts us in third place
Yep.
among the four teams. So we get to move on if we stay in third place to the like playoff
Yeah, we have
stage, right?
to yeah, you guys would have to not win another game and we would have to win at least one round. At least one game because the games are now worth double the
In
points.
order to surpass us.
Yeah, or even to
Yeah.
maybe even have a tiebreaker match. I don't know. I don't know if we're head to
Ooh,
head.
that
Yeah.
would be fun.
Yeah, I have to look into that, but yeah. So right now RSH has 16 points, NG has 11, EXE has 9, and EGL has 7. Because yeah, we that was a quick 0-2 against RSH, which was sad too because like the games are totally winnable
But
until they're not.
well, that's how our playing against RSH is. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. All of a sudden, we get 5-0 wiped, and it's just over.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty brutal for sure. But how has the season been for
But
you
yeah,
guys as a whole? Have you been having a good time with it?
yeah, oh yeah. I think the team we've got is really they're good players and they're good people. You know, it's
Oh wait, we
we
have to
hadn't
face you
played.
guys next week, by the way. It's us
Oh, is
versus
that
you.
our? Yes,
W-
yes. We get to
We
play
have to at
against
least
EGL
we have
next
to
week.
we have
So,
to 2-0 you. We have to 2-0 you. Oh my
wow.
gosh. Ah!
I'll
Okay.
just have to make sure that won't happen
Yeah,
then.
we have to
That's
2-0 you.
good.
Oh. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but your team dynamic's pretty good.
Yeah, I love playing on any team with Solo Mason. Drew or D Drew is kind of a new acquaintance for us, but he's been playing really well. He's
Yeah.
a really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
So
Yeah.
um, Haruki kind of got brought in late to be our mid laner, but he's been absolutely popping off.
That guy is
Um,
pretty good.
he- yes. So I feel bad for Cody Solovator because every team he organizes seems to like fall apart at the last second. Everyone's schedules get totally torpedoed, and they have no ability to play anymore. So he's always
Yeah.
scrambling to find players and manage schedules, but he does a good job. So
Yeah, see, I can confirm to you right now, season 7 will have fixed dates and times. None of this, hey, we'll just figure out when in the week we're gonna play, guys. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to schedule stuff. I mean, with 10
Yeah, you have
people
10
in
people's
a team,
schedules. Yeah,
that's getting that to line up is pretty hard. I mean, I run a D&D game. I have 6 players of my friends, and getting me and all 6 players together on one night is like impossible, right?
hmm for sure, for sure. Yeah.
So that's the real enemy is the schedule.
Scheduling.
Yes.
All right. Have you been watching Worlds?
I have been. I do my best to keep up at least watching highlights
Okay.
after the fact. I did not watch all the Swiss games, but I am up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
date on
yeah.
the quarterfinals.
Okay, yeah. So you saw the series this
So
morning, Genji and
yes, yes, I
BLG.
watched
Yeah.
highlights from those. So that was a pretty good series. Ended up being. It
I
didn't
watched
look that way at the first, but
Yeah, I watched double
but
lifts. I watched double lifts like edit of it all.
Just like co-stream.
Yeah, and Gen G just felt like they lost all 5 games. Like, it's like even games 3 and 4. I'm like, wait, I don't even remember them winning because it just felt like they were losing the whole time, and then they won at the end. But it was like, did they even have like one like dominant game? It didn't feel like that as I was watching the highlights
Uh,
this morning.
I mean,
But
they won two
yeah,
games,
yeah, this
so
J4 pick though is
isn't it?
just too good. Like they
It's,
need to shut
it's
that guy down, dude.
it's interesting how the same champions end up being meta at Worlds every single year, no matter how
Their kits are timeless,
no matter
man.
how yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
Jarvan, Orianna, Rumble are like always at Worlds every single time, no matter what. You'll see
hmm
Ash, even if she hasn't been played all year.
Yeah,
I
their
mean,
their kits are just so timeless. Like they're
right,
just so good for comp play. If you got
right.
4 other voices listening to your calls with champions like that, yeah, yeah, it's
Yep,
broken.
they're
Yeah.
just
Are you gonna drive up for finals?
that's on the 19th, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, that is hunting. That is opening day of hunting. That
No.
never used to be the same day. So
That
now
is
I'm just screwed. So I have to I mean, I'm not gonna miss out. My grandfather goes up hunting every year. He's 85.
yeah,
He's not gonna have too many more of those, so
fair enough, fair enough.
I'll have to
Wait, I'm looking at the schedule. Grand finals is on the 19th.
Yep.
So it's after everyone stays up late and watches the series. Then grand finals is like 4 or 5 hours after the series. That's probably not good
Wait, grand finals is
for
oh,
our circuit. For
for
our
oh, for
circuit,
for our circuit.
I made
The
this
sleep deprived
well in
match of the year.
advance. Wow, we might have to push this back 1 week.
Yeah,
Holy crap! I like how I just now noticed that. I'm like, wow, the 19th. That date looks really familiar. All right,
yeah,
I'll handle my business. We'll just push that back a week. That's not a big deal. Um, yeah, no, that's sad that you can't be there. You weren't there. You were
mhm.
there last Worlds, right? When Adam was there and Michael
So
was there. That was the
yeah,
T1
we
T1
went
versus Gen G.
to New York for some of the group stage games. We were there for
Right,
4 nights,
right.
but we didn't watch any of the semifinal or finals because that was in other cities.
No, I'm saying you watched it at the arcade with us, right? Didn't you
Oh,
watch finals with us?
I don't think so.
Oh
I don't
man,
think
that
so.
was a great
Not
night. I mean,
not last year. I
okay.
remember watching something. It might have been an MSI finals.
Well, yeah, you definitely watched.
Um,
I think we watched the finals before that at the arcade. But oh my gosh, last
okay.
year for like the T1 versus Gen G with all the Guma Baron steals, we all lost our voices.
Yes.
Like it was just
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the
That
most
was wild.
absurd League of Legends, and to be there in person with everybody. And if you guys are
Yes.
watching this, come to finals at Edge VR Arcade right here in Green Bay. We're gonna be doing a big watch party, keeping the arcade
Hmm.
open all night long. So yeah, it's gonna be a
Hmm.
banger. I'm opening the PCs up; they'll be free. There's just a $10 cover charge, and then I'm selling sodas at cost. So come by; it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I wish
Hashtag
I could
ad.
be there.
Hashtag ad. All right. Um.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. All right. And then yeah, we're at the 45-minute mark. So trying to think, was there anything else I want to ask? Oh, I do want to comment. You're like my favorite person to listen to commentate on a game. I just find your commentary hilarious. You're
Oh
just like,
well, I'm
wow,
glad to
he's
hit that.
going in and he's just gonna die here. What an idiot! Wow.
What? That's not like me at
No, but
all. I
that's
don't
your
know what you're
tone.
talking about.
Your tone is like, wow, I can't believe he went for that. What a fucking idiot.
I I do like casting games. I wish I had the opportunity to cast more often
Yeah.
because
Well, we need you to play, big guy.
it is fun. Yes,
Yeah.
that's always the problem. Is
Yeah.
I can play or I can watch. I
Maybe
can
if there's a
only do
season
one.
and we have a bunch of super stacked top laners, I'll let you sit out. And then you can just cast with Zombro. You and Zombro just cast the whole
Yeah.
season. That would be
Oh,
banger.
That would be my dream. Someone better comes along and then I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love
Thank
it.
goodness I put my faith in you, Mr. Replacement. And
Yes, absolutely. All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Alex55137. Thanks
thanks,
for
Wendy.
doing this little podcast with me, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.